All right, guys, too many pears part 2. So as you can tell, we're going to concentrate them. So I want to start with a disclaimer that I'm not promoting drinking. I'm not promoting making alcohol. The video is for educational purposes only. So where we're at is I have put about 4 gallons of the pear mash into the pot still here. I also have about 1 inch into the thumper. So we're going to try to infuse as much flavor as we can into it, and we'll just see what we come up with. Very important, the first thing we want to do is we want to pull at minimum 50 milliliters per gallon off for throwing away. It has all of the bad stuff in it, the heads, the foreshots, whatever you guys want to call them. We want to do it until we no longer have a smell of fingernail polish remover or acetone. We want it to smell fruity and like the pears. Okay, so we're looking for 173 degrees on the thermometer here, and that's where we should start making alcohol. But we'll give it a bit, come back to it, and see what it looks like. All right, we'll give a little tour. This is a Vivor still. I know they make everything. So here is my pot. Got a temperature gauge on it. The thumper comes out, goes into the worm. I have a pump in the water that's going to pump ice water up through the hose into the worm. And right here is where the alcohol will come out into the cup, which we're going to be measuring at minimum 200 milliliters because there's 4 gallon. And of course I got my copper coon pecker that I made that goes in here. All right, so it's still a long ways from coming up to temperature. We're going to bring it up nice and slow and get it started. All right, so I just want to be clear that this is legal in my state. So my state, Missouri, states that I can distill up to 200 gallons per household. That blows my mind on how much alcohol that is. Myself, we don't even drink it. I make gifts out of it, and we use it to make tinctures and stuff like that. But 200 gallons, that's a lot. But again, it is legal in Missouri, in my state, to distill alcohol for my personal use. But check your local laws and obey them. I will tell you that right now. If you produce alcohol in a state where it's illegal, you can spend a long time in jail. So do not do that. Obey the laws. Look at your laws. Make sure you're able to do this before you even attempt it. All right, so it's been about almost 30 minutes. The temperature, which I want to bring it up real slow to me, is what I do. Temperature is 128. The pot is hot. Starting to get a little heat in the cap arm here. Starting to get just a little bit of heat in it. The thumper's barely warming up. So probably 20 or 30 more minutes. I can hear it. Barely bubbling. Remember, the alcohol boils at like 173 degrees as opposed to water at 212. We don't want water to boil. So we'll check back in a second. Okay, so our temperature has come up. We are at 160 right now. Remember, 173 is where we should start seeing something. Ideally, I think I would like to hold between 180 and 185 throughout the run. We'll see how that goes. Right now, the cap arm is warm, going all the way to the thumper. About 1 inch from the thumper, I can feel that it gets a little cooler. The thumper is already pre-warmed up sitting on the pot here, and I have went ahead and started my water just to make sure I don't get caught, and I wanted to have it adjusted where I don't run it over. But we'll be back in a few minutes. And I just wanted to add Remember, no open flames. Safety is the utmost importance. I can actually smell that pear coming out of the worm just a little bit. It smells so good. If I get that smell transferred into the alcohol, it's going to be amazing. But we're getting close. But I just wanted to remind everybody, remember, no open flames, no drinking while you're making it. You get careless, you cause problems. I'm using an electric stove. I don't have any open flames anywhere in this house, including my water heater, which is way off in the other room, but no open flames. All right, so my temperature just hit 170. So what I did is I backed my heat down a little, and I'm going to try to just let it climb another 5 or 10 degrees as it gets the heads off of it, and that's where I want to hold it. The smell of pear right now is really good in here. I remember I'm very well ventilated in here. So everything, the cap arm is hot all the way to the thumper. The thumper is warm. Starting to warm up going to my worm. I think we're maybe 5 or 10 minutes away. Just to be safe, I want to show you guys a little trick I learned. I can take this flashlight and I can shine over all of my fittings and just double check that I don't have any leaks. We don't want any kind of leaks at all. And where we're at right now at 171 or 2, we would probably be seeing little spits of steam, alcohol vapor, if it was leaking. But by shining the light like that, you can actually see it easy. Okay, so we are just barely under the 200 milliliter mark. Do a little very, very, very little acetone smell. It's fading fast. We're almost ready to actually catch some good spirits. Right there is the 200 milliliter mark. We're going to go just a little bit farther. Okay, so the 50 milliliter mark is basically, I guess, just a baseline. I want to go until when I get it on my hand, rub it and smell it, it no longer smells like acetone. I actually get the pears. I almost get like almost a buttered bread. Definitely fruity. No burn on my tongue. I mean, there's alcohol, but very, very fruity. So we're going to go ahead and switch our jars and then start catching some to keep. Looks like about 220 or 30 milliliters is what I caught. So, clean jar. We're going to make our switch. And 230 milliliters is what I ended up catching on that one. So I'm going to go get rid of this, and we're actually catching some to keep now. Well, guys, sorry, my microphone died. But there's a run. I got 3 half-pint jars. The 4th jar started getting into the tails. I just went ahead and trashed it. I would say we go from about 120, 130 proof down to around 100 proof. And I think I'm going to take this number 2 jar here. I think I'm going to add this piece of charred cherry that I went out and took off one of the trees here. I cut down a cherry tree and let it dry. And cut a piece out of it a while ago and charred it good. It smells good. I think it'll make a nice Christmas present. But again, obey your laws and have fun. Alright, just a little quick update. So it's been about 24 hours, and just so you can see what the cherry wood is doing to the brandy. You can see the difference already easily, can't you? I'm telling you, the smell of it's unbelievable.